Sorry, Mr. Trump, but the people have spoken. And I'm not talking about just MAGA. I'm talking about the majority of people, not just in the United States, but in the world. While you were having your believed to be celebratory lap in Washington, D.C., where even God himself was not happy and caused it to thunder and rain and ruining your so called dictatorial parade, where even the military did silent protest against you and you didn't even know it, where your own wife and Secretary of State were caught yawning, where you yourself looked like you were about to cry. The people, over 2 million of them around this country, made their feelings known. And even though your MAGA conspirators got together and they killed a representative and her husband in Minnesota and tried to kill a senator and his wife in Minnesota. And thank God for that woman, because she saved her daughter from imminent death by standing in the way of the gunman, who is now in custody, by the way. After all of that, I would have thought that maybe you would have kind of got yourself together. I mean, it would make sense to a normal person anyway. You would kind of get your stuff together and try to do something right. Nope. You go to Canada for the G7 and you prove yourself to be a Russian asset by advocating for Vladimir Putin and having the nerve to blame it on President Obama. It wasn't just Obama that got Putin kicked out of the G8, which is now the G7 currently. It was Putin for his annexing of Crimea, which was Ukraine territory, and then eventually starting this godforsaken war. It was Putin who did that, not Obama. And then to sit there in that press conference and have the nerve to say that if Trump had been in office 4 years ago, none of these wars would have occurred? Really? I don't think so. History suggests otherwise, Mr. Trump. Additionally, for someone who promised during the campaign and stated that there were never any wars under his watch, well, you have our military involved in the Iran and Israel situation now, where our troops are shooting down Iranian drones. Bad enough that you yourself, Mr. Trump, have a fatwa on your head and a bounty for $1 million with Iran, because without congressional approval, you assassinated one of their generals. General Mark Milley also has a bounty on his head, and you took away his his Secret Service protection. In fact, you've compromised several former government employees by taking away their protection at a time when they need it most. When are you going to get it through your head, Mr. Trump, that the American people aren't going for that? The American people have spoken on Saturday. They told you, not just in America, but in Italy, in France, and many other places around the world. You heard me, around the world, that the United States does not have and will not tolerate a king. Get that through your fucking head. Oh, your big, horrible, nasty, evil, destructive bill? That's going to be DOA in Congress. I can tell you that now. The Senate is not having it. And the more people learn about it, the worse it is for you, Mr. Trump, because the people are fighting back. Now, there are going to be some on YouTube that are going to say, hey, he's stuck on stupid. If that's what you think, then you're part of the problem. I've given you the answers last week. DEA and democracy are linked. This country was founded on democracy, not on your boxes theory. There is no unitary executive, not in this country, so forget it and wise up.